Hello, another warm welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about rented gardens. So I actually rent here in the UK. With prices as they are and everything rising, it's really difficult to get on the ladder. So holds a big question really about what we do with the gardens if we do rent, because obviously we don't want to plant into ground that much. So obviously when we move out we want to take our plants with us. Big pigeon. I want to take our plants with us, so it really begs the question when it comes to tropical gardening, what do we do, or any garden in general. So I just want to talk through a few sort of hints and tips I've got over the years. So one, makes it easier in winter to move our plants from outside to inside, or if we need to sort of give them some winter protection, or if we're thinking about moving in the next couple of years and we don't want to invest in our time into the garden. Well, we're going to be thinking about, oh, maybe I'll have to leave that there, or is it going to damage the plant when I dig it up and all that good stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay guys, so as you can see, I have actually sunk quite a few pots into the ground, and these are for a few reasons. Like I said, ones to take in easy in the summer. I can replant them at the end of the year and take them inside and bring them straight up. So here I have canna lilies, brugmansias, cordylines, but I have actually planted some of my cuttings that I took last year, my brugmansias. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in total. They are actually planted. Now the plan is with them, I'm just going to dig them up, cut them back, not fully to the ground, but just give them a decent trim, take all the leaves off them and store them over winter. But I do have my fig tree, my brugmansia and all my cordylines still in pots, and I also want to do a comparison with my bananas. So I've got red banana and Musa Baju, green banana. I want to do a comparison over the summer, and I also have a Gunnera magnificata in a pot as well, so I want to see how that one gets on throughout the year. So obviously main elements to this is, in summer we are going to be watering a little bit more, but I think it's worth it for what we're going to do, because like here I have my Fatsia japonica. Now this was actually a house plant that didn't do very well in the house. I had a couple of leaves, brought it outside, give it a good feed up. So I use like bloodfish and bone for general health, and then I use a chicken manure to give it lots of growth. This is its second season outside. It stayed out all winter. The crown did get damaged because we had quite a heavy winter here in the UK, but it's bounced back just fine, and it is in a large pot, so it does take quite a lot of watering. However, I think it's worth it, because obviously when I come to move, it can come with me just as it is. It's not going to damage the plant, it's not going to shock it, and if it gets really cold next winter, I can kind of lift it in, even though I probably need a pallet truck with it being so big and heavy now. Also, just here, just in front of the playhouse, I do have a magnificata, Gunnera magnificata. So I'm going to sort of see how that one does. That's going to need plenty of water, plenty of food over the summer. But that's something I'm going to keep an eye on and hopefully sort of do an update on, because I did sort of something similar with my banana plants bought last year, which was only about so big, and now it's getting on for sort of 4.5 foot, I'd say, something like that, and it's grown lots of pups. So hopefully there'll be a video on that coming up on the channel. Now one thing you might argue that the pots are quite unsightly as they're coming out the ground, or maybe I haven't put them in the ground at all, but a couple of tricks I will say is either you could sort of dig a big hole and pop them in, which they are a little bit hefty to sort of lift out or whatever, but a really good tip is to sort of partly or partially put them into the ground, and then we'll have some ground cover, some like nasturtiums or any kind of summer bedding really, which will grow up and around them, and it really disguise them pots. So when we get into sort of fully fledged summer here in the UK, you're not really going to know they're actually in a pot. So that's a really good tip really. But obviously if you're not into bedding plants and you want to sort of keep them out, then that's absolutely fine too. I quite like the look of it. I quite like the hard and soft look. I don't have any fancy pots, but I do think that towards the end of the summer they are going to look really, really cool. And there we have it. So a great example of this is my Musa Baju. It's actually in the middle of a peony. It's thrown up lots of pups, but you know, a peony is not really a tropical field plant, along with my roses really. But I don't think gardening's about that. I think it's about finding things that you love in your garden. Any sort of garden vibe is really just a taste, or a taste of whatever you desire. It really doesn't it matter what everyone else is doing. I've got plants that I genuinely love in my garden. Whether you could say it's tropical feel, I think with a banana in your garden, I think anything's a tropical feel. So without further ado, guys, I'll end the video. So be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe to the channel for lots more videos. Hopefully, as we go through this tropical journey, I'll be able to share plenty more. Until next time, guys, I'll see you.